Hello everyone and welcome to Scottsdale, Arizona, and welcome to the International Media Lounge of the new BMW M2. I'm going to be here over the next few days and I'm going to be testing not only the M2 but also the BMW XM. But in this video we're going to take a look at the new M2 and more specifically at the BMW M2 with M performance parts. This is a car that you might have seen already on our channel. It was introduced at the Essen Motor Show in Germany, but now it's made its way to the United States and we can take a look at the car right now. So without any further ado, let's jump right in. As you can see right here, the car, it's got a very interesting foil on it. So it's a wrap, it's not an official paint. And of course it is decked out with a lot of M performance parts, and that starts at the front. First of all, you have this really nice tow hook right there, so let's start with that. Then of course right below that you can see all these carbon fiber bits. You can see the air breathers all decked out with carbon fiber, inside as well. And then of course you've got these air inlets as well, made of carbon fiber. Now, if you take a closer look from a lower position, you can also see the carbon fiber front lip, nicely sculpted, kind of wraps around the front end, quite cool. You can see it right there. Standard grills, so no difference from the normal car, so you can see it right there. So those are the changes at the front. Of course it's getting the 50 years of M badge. But now let's move to the side and take a look at some other parts. First of all, M performance wheels, all in black. You can see right there it's got a center cap, so that's one big change compared to the production series car. Of course you have all these little M bits and performance brakes with the red calipers, but I would say the highlight is definitely the center lock. Moving on, next you have these little canards on the side, so you can see how they're really wrapping around the front fender and then onto the end section of it. You can see the nice swirls on the wrap. They give the car a really interesting look. Of course, carbon fiber mirrors, no surprise there. Now if you move further, you can see the rocker panel right here, and then the side skirt attachments, of course for aerodynamic purposes. You can see their shape right there. Once again, the Michelin PS4S performance tires on the BMW M2. You can see that center lock once again, and of course the red calipers of the M performance brakes. Another set of fender attachments right there, carbon fiber of course. Once again, they kind of wrap nicely around the car. And before we move to the back, let's take a look at the carbon fiber roof right here. So you can see the carbon fiber roof. Of course, that's available on the standard BMW M2 as well. And of course, a roof edge spoiler painted in high gloss black, so it's not a carbon fiber piece. Nonetheless, it looks quite cool actually. Moving to the back, getting this very aggressive carbon fiber spoiler. Of course, there are a couple of options. You can go for a more subtle one, or you can go all out and get this racing inspired carbon fiber wing. And you can see what it looks like from the back. And now we're getting to the centerpiece of the car. Of course, this controversial layout of the M performance exhaust. You've seen it on the new M3 and M4, and of course it's available now on the new M2.
because it's got a different layout than the standard exhaust. You need to also get the companion carbon fiber diffuser. You can see it's got a different shape than the standard one. More carbon fiber bits right here. Then of course you have another piece of carbon fiber just kind of wrapping around the car right there.
Here's a three-quarter view also of the car, so you have a better idea what we're looking at. And in a second we're gonna hop inside and give you a close look at some of the M performance parts in there as well. But before we do that, let's take a look from the side. You can see the sporty look and compact of the M2, always one of my favorite designs. I've always liked the very long bonnet, short overhangs, typical to the M2. I can't wait to get behind the wheel and see what it can do. I had a chance to drive it on track, but I will drive it actually with a 6-speed manual and automatic as well, so I can share my impressions of the two, driving them back to back. Let's open the door. Before we take a look inside, you can see right here another M performance bit. And you just heard the M sound once you open the door. Special graphics for the M cars. I'm going to talk about that a lot more when we drive the car. Naturally, M carbon bucket seats. Before we talk about them, let me pull the back so you can see this amazing inserts right here, leather inserts right there, beautiful red color, looks really good from the back. You can see the seat from the back, and of course the blue one right there, so the M colors. No changes for the rear seating, for the rear bench. And of course you have this Alcantara piece right there in the center console. So once again, normal carbon bucket seats that you can also get in the standard M2. Of course you have an M performance steering wheel, so you can see Alcantara once again. You have this blue label at the top, nothing new there, typical to M performance steering wheels. Then of course some carbon fiber inserts right there and there, and naturally my favorites, carbon fiber paddle shifters, minus and plus, M stitching all around, no surprise there either. Once again, on the center console you have carbon fiber as well, so you can see a different type of weave than what you see on the outside. And then the dashboard, it's got the same thing. More Alcantara right there on the sides. And of course the headliner as well. So let me close it up. Let's go to the front and give you one more look of the car. Maybe we do a full 360 view. So let's start here. It's a wide angle, so even though the car might look a little bit deformed, it's because of the wide lens, but at least you can see the car without me having to go back and forth. Unfortunately, I'm not going to drive this car tomorrow, so it's only a static car, a show car, but I will shoot a lot of videos and photos, and we'll share that on our YouTube channel and also on our social media channels, so stay tuned for that. Because the one thing worth mentioning in the back is really the exhaust system. It's quite expensive, so if you want to go for that one, I believe it's around $8,000 or a little bit more than that. So some of these parts are quite expensive, but there are plenty of them to pick from. So if you want to individualize your car, make it a little bit more special, you definitely have a lot of options. So once again, this is the BMW M2 G87 with M performance parts. And in the next video, we're going to take a look at the regular M2. We have one right here in Brooklyn Gray, and we're going to be talking about colors and other things when it comes to the M2. So as always, stay tuned. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel and leave a comment in the section below. See you soon.